Ladies, trust in the process has never failed you. I want you to think about a time where things didn't go your way, right? And you released your grip only for a second. Just a moment, think about that. A time where it just did not work for you and you released your grip just a little bit. It worked out, right? When you release control, things come to you. And I talk about this a lot, ladies, abandoning what you cannot control and just controlling what you can. And I know it's easier said than done. And today I really want to give you practical ways and why we as ladies are like this anyway, but practical ways to actually release control and really help you align with you and your life. So if you're interested, keep watching, keep listening. Let's go. So ladies, why do we as women crave control? What is it about us that we just cannot release control? Why do we need to feel like we have a grip on things? I'll tell you why. Because we are actually the fixers. We are the providers. Now, it's been a myth for centuries about men being the providers, the original providers, but that doesn't exist, okay? Women are the original providers. And if you look at the animal kingdom, for example, lionesses do the hunting, the nurturing. We know about wolves, ladies, and being the wild woman. So wolves run in packs, they're decision makers. Elephants, females, lead the herd and they actually remain in the pack. It's the male elephants that leave and live their lives in solitude, and then they create and then they leave again. So when you look at the animal kingdom, it's very, very reminiscent of us as humans. As women, we have been the fixers, the decision makers, the nurturers. We actually, because we are the life force, I keep telling you ladies, we create figuratively and literally. We lift everything up. And because this is our innate nature to fix, it means, or we feel that it means that we actually have to control things in order to fix them. Women are taught to be reliable for others before being reliable for ourselves. It becomes a habit. What a lot of people don't talk about is that control can feel a lot like protection. Okay, if you can control the process, then you can control the outcome. That's what you think, but actually it doesn't exist. You have to let go. True providers create stability. Okay, and that is what we do naturally, is create stability. But we tend to want control. Ladies, what you need to realize is, one, when you release control, truth is revealed. When you make space for things to flow, the stream comes to you. You cannot control others. You cannot control others' decisions, what they do, what they feel that they need to do, because it's not authentic. You allow for people to make their decisions in order for you to make yours, because you will see what it is that they would rather do. So holding on to control actually creates a reality that you still want to fight. And the reason you want to fight it is because it wasn't made by that person. At the moment, if you're struggling with control, it's because you live in survival mode. And so ladies, I need you to take a deep breath. Wherever you are, just take a deep breath. Right? A really deep breath. I need you to get out of survival mode. It's actually not where you belong. That's not your innate quality to live in survival. Because when you're actually living in survival mode, right? When you're living in survival, you're just fighting life. You're actually living with a scarcity mindset. You do not lack, okay? You do not lack. Letting go of control comes when you trust yourself. You've provided enough just by being a woman. You've provided enough. And now it's time to trust how you've provided and what you've provided. Trust the process. By letting go of control, you're actually choosing where to place your energy, and that's a power move, right? You're choosing where to place your energy. There's lots of you who talk to me about men. I've had a lot of women as of late talk about exes and just navigating that with co-parents and, you know, all of that, and holding some kind of resentment to the co-parents. And I hear that, I really do hear it. But at the same time, talk about all the time, ladies, we're the life force. We create, our bodies create. And whatever energy you're giving out, whether it is high energy or low energy or bad energy, it's still energy. And when it comes to men, regardless of what energy you're giving out, they're basking in it. Okay, they're basking in the energy. And so this is what I need for you to do. By letting go of control, you're allowing life to move, but you're also allowing peace for yourself. Some of you are waiting for the karma for that person to come, trying to still control the karma happening in their lives whilst laser focused on that person. Take the energy back. Take the energy back. Take the control back, ladies. Allow life to happen. And one thing I will tell you, ladies, right? And it's been proven, because we are the life force. We are the energy that a lot of men crave. And it doesn't mean that it's one particular woman. It's women in general. So never feel like you're the woman. It's women. Because we are the energy they crave. Once you take your energy off them, right? Once you pull the energy back, you will see life play out for them. You will see it, ladies. When you're kind to a woman, your life will multiply. When you have bad intentions for a woman, when you are mean-spirited to a woman, especially a high vibrational woman or a spiritually protected woman, your life begins to fall apart. A lot of you ladies are still protecting these men. You're still protecting these men. And it comes from this place of trying to still control that narrative. Leave it alone. Okay, how to actually release it. Realize what is driving your control. Why do I feel like I need to have control over this matter? Where did I lack control with something similar in my life? Asking yourself those questions, ladies, before you even attempt to control the situation. Why do I feel like I need to control this? Is it validation? Is it fear? Is it disappointment? Is it protection? Where does that come from? Okay, ladies, reframe the control. You know I'm going to tell you to reframe. Ladies, you know we reframe everything negative and turn it into a positive. When I attempt to control what I cannot control, what I try to control actually has control over me. So by attempting to control someone else, I lose control over my life. I control what I can, and I abandon what I can't in order for my life to align. Yeah, I know that I'm divinely protected, and I know that I'm being guided, and I know that my life is written. And so therefore, I don't need to have my hand in things that don't necessarily belong to me. Right? I don't need to control how people do things. I don't need to control the process of this in order to define the outcome of that. I don't need to do that because it's already done for me. And I just need to believe that. Right? It's all about belief. Believing that things will always make sense, either now or later. Most of the time, it's later. And that's what trust in the process is, realizing right? That it's going to make sense later. When you resist the natural flow of life, chaos comes instead. When you try to control things, you receive chaos instead. When you force things, ladies, you block alignment. And I've told you, ladies, that we are wild women, right? Nothing wild is forced. Look at the sea and how the sea is reacting, and global warming is chaos because things are being taken out of their natural habitat. Damaging natural processes will always cause chaos. And so, ladies, that too means that when you control things that are not naturally in your control, chaos will come into your life. When you grip too tightly, ladies, there's no space to move. There's no space to maneuver. There's no space to pivot. There's no space to grow. If you have to force things, they're not for you. And empowered women know that. Empowered women lead with wisdom and not control. Empowered women know that control may feel like the safe option, but actually it creates more stress and chaos. Empowered women know that. And so you release. We trust that whatever comes, bad or awful, we will have the skills, the qualities, the abilities to handle it. Think about all of the things that you survived that you never thought you would. Think about all of the stress that you had in that one situation that took the life out of you, and yet you're still here watching this video or listening to this podcast. In the moment, you feel like control is safety, but actually, when you attempt to maneuver things that you actually have no control of, your focus is there and it's not here. Ladies, just make peace with the unknown. Yeah, make peace with it. I don't know what's going to happen. And that's the beauty, right? We're of this generation where it can be quite negative, actually. And you think to yourself, why does the unknown have to be bad? Does it have to be? It doesn't have to be bad. The unknown can be incredible, amazing, magical. I talk about it every time, ladies. What if in the unknown is greatness, an abundance mindset? Abundance, ladies, abundance. Because you just never know, and it's okay that you don't know, because even though you do not know, you will meet it and you will survive it. Ladies, it's been amazing, beautiful and wonderful today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to post more. I've got something coming up. I'm so excited because I'm gonna reveal something to you guys in the next month or so when I can. But it's beautiful things are happening. And guess what, ladies? It doesn't mean that life is like easy. It's not. But if you shift your mindset into, I can do it, regardless, I can do it, your life really can change, honestly. And that is the mindset I literally carry throughout my life. If they can do it, I can do it. That got me through labor with that mindset. I didn't have, you know, the music, I didn't have the water birth, I didn't have, it's the mindset of if they did it, I can. So simple. But if they're doing it, it's possible for you too. And so, ladies, I'm gonna leave you with that. If I can live my life in abundance, knowing that I don't know everything, and really just focus on flow over force, you can too. It's gonna change your life.